So guys, currently I'm using Exness as my broker, as my trading broker, as we all know. So guys, if you are looking forward to trade with the best broker, Exness is the best for you. So the link is in the description. That's where I put the link in the description. So first of all, like, share and subscribe. Also, apart from that, guys, let's go in the video. Peace. Danger. Like guys, I'm only boy for camera excited, happy and proud. You know the vibe, guys. You definitely know the vibe. So I just want to show you one of the things that I can currently see in gold. So guys, today gold has been like ranging for days now, like 8 days. I don't know who has been trading gold, like buying and selling, but gold has been sort of ranging at this point, for about 2 days, so if I'm not mistaken. Okay, about 2 days, so guys, about 2 days. Hey, winner. South African lives winner. So we have been looking for this opportunity where we can just, like, you can see news has been raised now, and unfortunately I forgot that we have news today, so I just forgot though. But look at what is happening right now. Guys, 51 and only boy, that come from excited, happy and proud. Currently, as always, I'm trying to use a phone just to show you one thing that I've been looking at. So we had news today, but unfortunately I never had I thought I knew, but unfortunately I forgot that there is news today. But let's just have a quick on how would have I ended if I would have been me being in that position of being a person who has an opportunity to trade gold. So number one, I've been like in that position where I saw gold was like almost about 2 days, so it has been like having challenges to break above this point, which was like sort of called a range. Understand? This has been the point where the market gold has been like currently having some big challenges to just like cross above, and unfortunately we have seen that price never had that opportunity to cross above. So mostly I always had to trade I'm a day trader, but I've started falling in love with, like 4 hour time frame and all this other thing. But mostly what I'm trying to say is I found it so easy for me to trade like this, like 4 hour, and in fact mostly 1 hour, even 15 minutes, but mostly I've ventured myself into 4 hour time frame mostly, and maybe about 1 hour or so. So most, like, we can see we had the point where, like, we can see that first of all we always been told to say look for what we call in a range. Like, there is a range in the market. This is what every trader has to look for, and that's how we are, and that's how we have been told. Understand? Like, you're just taught to say as a trader, it's very much important understanding the trend line. So look, basically we had this is 4 hour time frames, not like 5 minutes time frame. We saw that the market has been a bit of bullish for a while, like for days. Understand? Like, market pushed for days. Like, if you can see in the 1 day time frame, the market was like sort of being a bullish market like for days now. It pushed there, but unfortunately the very moment it found this thing, like the very moment it found a range, the market was like sort of being in that position, because we had this point as well to put into consideration. This line, guys, this point was sort of being a range, a resistant level where the market was having challenges to break above. But it's an obvious that we might break. But let me show you how I would have ended if I was like a day trader and I just want to look for 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So mostly if I go into the lower time frame, the news was released, and unfortunately we wasn't aware by then to say, look, the news is going to come out and all this thing. How I would have hindered the market is, like, I saw in the daily time frame that we had a point where the market was a bit having challenges to break above. It's an obvious that even price is just looking for the ways like it can push, because our volume has crossed above, our volume has crossed out, it has crossed with a certain volume. So we can see that market is just like having this candle, and the next candle we can see that it hasn't yet crossed yet, but we truly believe that at some point the whole day might, like, this candle might close, it might end up being a bullish trend, because like it might break above this point, because this is what I'm seeing right now. Because in as much as I'm concerned that the market has been in this position, it has been having challenges, but apart from that, what we can see that still, even if it had those challenges, we still had some point where the market is like, it might be considered as a bullish market. Because look guys, there is just trades that like respect these points and all these things, but we can see that this point, we had this point, the candle just closed below, and all this thing thought of brushing up, but unfortunately it couldn't. So we can see that even in as much as it has been a bearish, but at least it is respecting these points, it is respecting these points here. Okay, it's like respected this point here, it crossed above this point, understand, like it crossed at least this point above, and this was our next TP. Here we thought to say, look, the market has pushed at least above this point, so what can we do? Sorry, would have come into 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, sorry, to look for some entries, and then what would have happened here is, as a scalper, I think scalpers, it was the best time for them to enter the market, more especially. But if I was a person, like a trader who's like wanted to enter the market even earlier than, because look, we have two TPs here. Number one, according to my strategy and Horistin, I look for most recent points, like most recent resistant, and we can see that this was also another point where the market has in that position of breaking. So first TP would have been like in this position where we like saying, okay, okay, but I said, okay, the market was like first TP here, it might be in this position, or like it will be the first TP, and then this would be in the next TP, in as much as price might try to detest this point. Bear in mind, we never knew what is going to happen if the market is going to push above, but suddenly the market gave us the first TP and the second TP. By entering in the 15 minutes time frame, we can say that after the market gave us this point where the market was like having challenges, and then suddenly it broke above here, and then market started going above, and we hit the first TP. The second TP would have been the position where we can see in the 5 minutes time frame. As scalpers, them, they would have thought to say, let me enter the market by this point, because we don't know what is going to happen, understand. They would have been in that position where they say, okay, how would have I entered the market, guys? The point is, after the breakout happened, okay, maybe sometimes you might say, okay, want to wait for the market to just, but unfortunately it couldn't have been the best idea. Okay, so but if it was in that position where we can think we can hit this one as a TP, overall TP would have been like at least pushing somewhere, understand. But unfortunately, I think the first TP would have been just here, second, but unfortunately did not give us any point of like sort of pullbacks and something. So this point, at least scalpers, this is when then they would have been in that position and they would have entered the market. Another pair is Euro USD. Like USD has started being my favorite pair now. Okay, like just been my favorite pair now. Okay, so let's see how USD has been behaving. Okay, so USD, we had this point. Let me just delete this point. You can see this was what I showed in the previous video. We can see that the USD at the point where the market like had been having some challenges, and this is what we are now currently seeing, because USD is thinking of pushing even above, understand. It's still going above. So USD at this point of pushing above in an overall trend, we have a point where it's saying, look guys, we are in a bullish market. It is a bearish, but it is a bullish market. Why? Because if it price can cross above this point and start going above, we're expecting to be more of the buys, just like what has been happening. So with day traders, at least they had that point of thinking, let's push market below. Only for those that are the mindset of saying, bro, I think we can buy short and sell high. So only those people that would have been entered. So that would have hindered the market. So look at this. Other thing is, now how have I entered the market? How can I enter this market to use it as my advantage of making something? Okay, so number one, I would have said, okay, in as much as we had this point as the point where like price was having challenges, okay, to close above, this was almost recent low. Okay, recent low, this one. And at some point, if you can just like observe, let me just show you what I'm trying to say. You can see this point was the point where the market having challenges to press above, but in an overall point, this, as for me, I would have seen, say, okay, we can see that this is the thing that the way to confirm based to say we are now pushing above, it is by confirming this entry by seeing this face before. Okay, see just this. As I said, okay, the face touch, others might show this one, but guys, to be fair, I would have gone for this one. Okay, because like one touches me, and it's obvious that this one is just the one that's making sense. So here you saw that the price now just broke above this point. So in as much as this price has crossed above, now my trading plan would have been me waiting for, in as much as price now has crossed above this point, I'll go into the 15 or 30 minutes time frame to look for confirmation candle, meaning in the 50 minutes time frame the market has already closed with this sign, but we're waiting for the market to cross above in 30 minutes time frame. So if it might cross above, then as for me, I would have been in that position where like I will enter the market and the TP will just be like here. Okay, and I'll just take a screenshot just for the sake of confirmation and telling you what is going to happen next, guys. So that's how I would have entered in the market in Euro USD. So GBP, let's see about BTC USD. BTC USD, it's still in the position of selling. We are not looking for buys opportunity. It's a lie, because currently we can see that the market has now pushed above. It wanted to push above the time the news came in, but unfortunately the market started thinking of pushing below, and already we have a setup, so I will have not much to talk about it. Okay guys, but how have I entered this market? Let me just take this thing. Okay, let me just like, okay, how I would have entered this market, just like with the same scenario. I would have looked for the point where the market has been having challenges to break above or below. But what I'm trying to say is we had a super amazing trend here, which was like sort of having some points of respect. In fact, Euro USD and this pair, this one I saw it even earlier on, because look guys, we had the third touch here, we had some touches here, which was the face touch here. Here I marked this one as the first touch, and I marked this next one as the second touch. Okay, and this one finally was our third touch, though it did not touch according to how you expected it to be. But I knew to say, look, if price, since it has been having challenges to break above this point, if it gives us the point of breaking below, and I can just like wait for the point where the market can just give us something, like expect someone to have hindered the market, say